everybody. Thank you for coming this early morning. This is not the paperwork I need. I'll put this down. So I am going to go to our very beginning of this class quiz that I have up. Please take the quiz if you haven't. Remember what letters you are. And then I'm going to reveal what your letters mean. Does anyone need more time for this quiz, or are you all pretty good? All right, good. I'm going to go next slide. All right, who are my mostly A's? Raise your hand. A, you are the tanks, you are the warriors, frontline warriors, adept at absorbing damage and protecting allies. Who are my mostly B's? The rogues, nimble and cunning, excelling in stealth. Who are my C's? Yay, my people, my druids. You're versatile spellcasters and shapeshifters. They're attuned to nature. And then the D's? Compassionate, yes. The healers, skilled practitioners of restorative magic. And then finally the E's. Yeah, the bars, the chillaxers, but also the charismatic performers. Remember these classes, we'll talk about them later at the end of the talk. So, how many of you have played games that have changed you for the better, or they do social good, change the world in some way? Yeah, a good amount, maybe a third of the audience. Let's change that, let's make it more. I am Jennifer Estaris, my pronouns are she, her. I'm a game director at ustwo Games. I've also worked at Cybo, known for Subway Surfers, Disney, Nickelodeon, a lot of indie game studios, and I live in London, but I've also lived in Copenhagen, Los Angeles, New York, and I was born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia, out in the US. I'm also Filipino American. I'm a mom of my daughter over there, and I am a climate justice activist. And now I work at ustwo Games, which is a B Corp, and I'm game directing the next Monument Valley. So ustwo Games is known for games like on the very left, Assemble with Care, which is about repairing technology and extending the life of objects. We have Alba, a wildlife adventure. It's a game about nature conservation. Monument Valley 1 and 2, which is about impossibility and architecture. Desta, The Memories Between, which is available on Netflix as well as consoles and Steam PC, and supportive youth programs, like we donate about 3% of our profits to UK youth, and it features a non-binary main character. I'm also a member of Extinction Rebellion. We have a lot of family-friendly outreach events, so I host a booth with board games based on nature-based solutions. But activism isn't just about going to the streets, so that's important. Creative action has a lot of influence in my work, and here's some examples. Artivism, so protest art, like Picasso's Guernica on the top left, Banksy's street art. And then on the right side, this is from the No Hate campaign in 2009, which was protesting the LGBT marriage ban in the US. That's my sister on the left there. Craftivism. Refugees at the Rohingya Cultural Memory Center in Bangladesh used their embroidery talents to quilt a massive quilt piece. Each panel features the home they were forced to leave when they were displaced from Myanmar. So, does artivism work? Research says yes. The Copenhagen experiment concluded that creative activism is more effective, in part because it is more affective than conventional forms of activism. There is a 2022 Stanford study that found that empathy facilitates persuasion. But I like street smart data. These are the Guerilla Girls, an anonymous group of feminist New York City artists in the 80s. And they said, or one of them said, if you can make someone who disagrees with you laugh, you're in their brain and you can change minds. So what about games? Can they help bring about social change? And the answer is yes, and that's through playtivism. So the Playing for the Planet Alliance is an initiative that was formed in 2019, spearheaded by the United Nations Environment Program and game industry leaders from console, PC, gaming, mobile gaming, and has over 41 member studios. This is just a few of them. We have ustwo, of course, Supercell, Rovio, Sony, Google. We focus on decarbonization within our studios, and then also the annual Green Game Jam, where game studios add sustainability initiatives into their games. So here are some examples. Subway Surfers, is anyone familiar with this game? a few of you. It's an endless runner mobile game with over 3 billion downloads. And every month we go to visit, or they go to visit, a different world location, usually an urban world location. Oop, why is that going off? But for the Green Game Jam, they visited Bali. They featured what they call green nudging. So it's a rainforest setting, wind turbines in the background. They sold special in-game items for charity. So normalizing sustainability. Riders Republic is a massively multiplayer sports video game by Ubisoft. And for the Green Game Jam, Riders Republic hosted an in-game climate march. So you can see here. Alba, a wildlife adventure by ustwo Games, is a game about nature conservation. So in this game, you play as the young girl Alba. You start by bird watching, and eventually you take down the evil capitalist hotelier who's trying to build on the local nature reserve. I like to think of it as a Greta Thunberg trainer. And we plant a tree for every download of the game, and so far we've planted over 1 million trees. The main game that ustwo Games is known for is Monument Valley. Is anyone familiar with this game? Yay, yay! So it's a game where you manipulate fantastical architecture in an atmospheric world, won lots of awards, lots of downloads. Please download it and play if you haven't. So the game that my team worked on for the Green Game Jam, it was Monument Valley 2, and we were inspired by this book, The Hidden Life of Trees, which shared how trees speak and care for each other. And that's my team there. So we jammed. What is our love letter to forests? Here are some early concepts, a lot of variety, from back of a napkin sketches to full-on art. And it was fun to explore, what does wilderness mean in a sterile architecture-based environment? And for the Green Game Jam, we created a new chapter in Monument Valley 2 titled Lost Forest. And here's the trailer for it. It's out on mobile and PC. Steve. So we began and ended the chapter with a call to action to sign the Playful Forest petition, which calls on world leaders to protect forests. And the petition also has a survey asking players questions about their interest in environmental content in games. So this survey was offered by other Green Game studios, and 5 other games linked to this, and resulted in almost 400,000 responses. 81% would like to see more environmental content in games, 61% are motivated to pay for it, 80% are open to changing their habits as a result of playing it. And then for those of you who are interested in getting involved more, please go to this link, the IGDA Climate Sync. We are a grassroots community of game devs, climate scientists, academics, passionate about using the power of games to combat the climate crisis. We're active on Discord, and that's where I met Catherine Flick, who, on the very left here, has organized the arcade here at EMF. Please stop by if you haven't. There's Monument Valley, but there's also climate games like Out and About, Climate Survivors, Pit Pepper, Park Planner. So yeah, let's play. You know, talking about games is like dancing about architecture or something. So let's get up here. I had asked some volunteers to come on up beforehand. So perhaps you can come up on stage when you're ready. This is Tara Preda. Oh yeah. Sorry for the materials in the way. Yay, thank you, thank you. This is a super abbreviated version. My daughter and I made this specifically for EMF's Solar Punk theme. And we saw this quiz earlier, so this is what they took and found out who they are, both in the real life as well as in the pretend world. Got to find out their class, if you remember from earlier. I'm assuming that you are all okay with being recorded? Right. And, oh yeah, and these are the mic here. We won't start yet, but at least you're holding it. Oh, it is switched on. All right. Okay, and while they are coming up, just so you know, this is a taste of a pen and player role-playing game. It's not a real pen and paper role-playing game. It's extremely loosely, barely, and not at all based on the D20 system, which is what D&D and Dungeons & Dragons is based on. It's severely trimmed for time. I will tell the story. These adventures, thank you, are going to enhance. Yeah, the rules are, let's see here. The adventurers will, when there's an encounter, I'll let you know, and the adventurers will take turn and you will propose your actions, which you're right there. You will roll 1d6. We'll roll a 6-sided die. My daughter will help catch it if it goes off stage. This is actually when you level up, so I'm going to put this over here. You're not leveled up yet. And we'll roll a die, see if it's successful compared to a hidden number in the story, which I have. For example, if you're fighting a monster, the monster will have their own dice rolls. I kind of did the rolls, I pre-did the rolls. Hope that's okay. And then the ability bonuses give individuals a chance to roll with additional dice. I may ask for audience participation. It won't be too detailed. I'll just call it out and you can help out. And let's begin, shall we? The premise. A band of unlikely adventurers sets forth on a daring quest to confront the legendary dragon burninating the realm and amassing treasures untold. So, your abilities are on this special paper. You can't use your special power until you level up. All right, ready? Yeah. Let's begin. So we began at a festival for hackers, geeks, scientists, and gamers, engineers. It's an excellent pub called the Robot Arms. Suddenly, the room goes dark, and when the lights come back on, 4 people have mysteriously disappeared. Perhaps the very people who are right here on stage with me. Where have they gone? Are they transported? Yes, they awake here. You can see it right down there. Welcome to the Tree Tavern. This tavern blends seamlessly with the surrounding forest. It has reclaimed timber, adorned with living vines, salvaged driftwood elegantly created into furniture. Behind the bar, the tavern keeper and local matchmaker, a gnome, tends to a diverse array of libations from wild-crafted herbal infusions to small-batch kombuchas. Here you go. Hey, have some drinks. I'm a matchmaker. I'm not just a tavern keeper. I'm a matchmaker, and I can sense from your auras. I think you 4 are the chosen ones. You 4 must work together to help defeat the legendary dragon Mossfire. I would love for you to introduce to each other, yourselves to each other. Just your names and your class, please, if you don't mind.
Hi, I'm Cat 5. I'm a druid.
I'm Rosia. I'm a bard.
I'm Andy. I'm the tank.
I'm Tallulah. I'm a rogue.
All right. Yeah, see, look at that. You think you're perfect for each other. And suddenly, a bar patron approaches you all, clad in rugged, weather-worn attire fashioned from repurposed leather, probably made from the lovely people at the technical village at the accessibility camp right near here. Greetings, I am Thorn. I know where this dragon Mossfire lives. I can sense that together you can protect this world. It is urgent. The dragon's location is deep within the heart of the Forbidden Forest. Survive the journey and find the treasure's treasure. Will you accept this quest?
Yes.
All right. Then Thorn vanishes into the shadows, leaving behind a map for the adventurers. It's a pretend map. Here you go. So the Forbidden Forest is an ancient woodland. You set off there, towering trees, lush greenery, fireflies lighting the path. And you see up ahead what appears to be an encampment. What would you like to do?
This could be something.
I think maybe I should sneak up.
Yeah, I think rogue might be quite useful.
Yeah, I'm going to sneak up and
You sneak
have
up.
a bit of a look.
And you see a chaotic camp crafted from scavenged metal. The air is thick with noxious emissions.
Can I use my perception to see if there's any clues about who is...
Would you like to roll for perception?
Yeah, to see if I can see who lives here.
Here we go. The first roll by a rogue. Let's see if it stays on stage. 6! Yeah. Well done! Yay! You notice that 3 shadowy figures are quickly approaching. Okay. Would you like to run back to your crew?
I'm gonna just sort of try and signal to the rest of the party and just say that there's people coming and then sort of slink back towards them.
Well done. So now you are prepped because they come up to you and they nicely, since they've been noticed, they nicely introduce themselves. Hello, I am Reginald Rosebank III. And then the other one, I am Lady Exxon. And then the third one is an orange one who calls himself President. Reginald gracefully requests that the adventurers empty their pockets and hand them everything that they have. It is a gentleman's mugging. And the encounter has begun. Look at your sheets. The battle is started. All right. You do, since the rogue did wisely go, and you do have the initiative. I don't know what order you'd like to go, but maybe let's have the tank go first, since you have the microphone, and tell us what you'd like to do.
I'm not liking the look of these people. I'm going to taunt them. So I'm going to look at them and I'm going to pick up their physical attributes and taunt them and kind of draw them towards me. Okay.
Okay. Do you want to taunt them with dice?
Yes.
You will be taunting them with dice. Let's see what kind of taunt.
Oh no.
Oh no. It is a weak taunt. You kind of go na 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 na. They half-heartedly look at you, but they're still at the ready. But you do have the initiative, so feel free to pick who would you like to pass it to next. Perhaps one of these two.
Go for it.
Since some people are going to be attacking after me, I assume, I will play an inspiring melody, which should hopefully, according to this, grant a bonus to some allies. So then hopefully our attacks later will be better.
You are going to do which one?
The inspiring melody.
Inspiring melody. Okay, let's see how strong your melody is. A rousing tune that will help the allies get stronger. Because sometimes music can strengthen people. What was it, Mai? Well done. All right. Okay. Do you have a favorite song that you'd like to sing for? You don't have to sing, but you just have to. Well, if you want to sing, that would be great. But you can just say the name of the song so that we can all have it in our heads.
That's a good song. I don't know many songs.
All right. Mai, do you have a song for us to sing? Perhaps
What's a good song?
Baby Shark is a good song.
Baby Shark.
So you sing Baby Shark, and they definitely, you all definitely feel stronger. You feel like sharks. Yeah, it's the shark power. The druids especially feel strong because, you are up.
Yeah, speaking of druid.
Okay, so I'm going to get stuck in with my plant growth, stimulating and controlling plant growth to create bridges, barriers, roots, and other structures that aid in puzzle solving or combat. So I'm going to grow a huge thorny hedge very quickly right round them to trap them.
Well done. So, roll your dice. Let's see how successful you are with this wall. I hope you are. You are building the wall. It's revenge on the orange one. A 2. So the wall goes up to here. It's okay. They're sort of having trouble jumping over it. It's not a bad wall. We're back to, nope. And now it is they get to do a little attack here. I'll roll my die and drop it. Let's see what they get. Oh, a 6. It's a terrible roll. So they kind of barely grasp at you. It is frightening. You were a little bit scared. Not a lot scared. But we're back to you. Tank, what would you like to do now?
Can I attack?
Oh, sorry, Rogue. You've been so sneaky, didn't you?
I'm so sneaky you can't even see I'm here.
Let's do it.
I'm going to hop over the thorn wall and sneak up behind Orange and use my rogue attack as dagger.
All right. Let's see how well your rogue attack goes with the daggers. Oh, well done. It's a 5. So, which one are you going to hit? Orange. That's what I would do. So you hit the orange. He runs off yelping, drops all his stuff. So as does the other 2. They also start running off and they drop all their stuff. And you've won. Congratulations. You hit the bandits. Well done. So at this point, what would you like to do? Do you want to... You see things around you. Let me have a little hint.
Should we investigate what they dropped? I'm intrigued as to what
you've got here are... You noticed that someone had stolen your training shield from when you were a little baby that has teething marks on it. And then the druid notices you have a wand that it used to have from Kresh. It's quite cute. The rogue, you have your first lock-picking kit, probably from that tent over there. And we have you are... What was your... Oh, you were the bard. Bard. You have your baby's first ukulele. So once you get them, you notice the power unravel around you, and you become more leveled up. So now you have access to the second powers there, or the last power on your list. Congratulations. I don't know, level up music. So, as they continue on, they come upon this massive clearing bathed in ethereal moonlight. It's a massive stone circle with intricate runes, symbols, radiating this aura of ancient magic. But because of time, instead of us having to spend time solving it, which we will do in the unabridged version, we will require the audience to stamp their feet to help the massive stone circle unlock. So audience, players. And it opens. Hooray! And it is a hatch, or this is a big down hatch, which, you can jump down it if you would like to. You don't have to use your powers at this point, but... All right, we've got and Bard first. And you've entered into this beautiful, mysterious lair. It's a cave with waterfalls, dappled sunlight that filters in from above. And suddenly, a giant dragon, yes, emerges from the water. And this is Mossfire. Their immense form is before you. Her scales are a mosaic of verdant hues, adorned with intricate patterns of moss and foliage. Her roar echoes through the cave like a primal force of nature. What would you like to do? You have the encounter has begun. Whoever wants to go first, maybe Tank, you can go first since again you have the microphone.
Oh, I don't know if I want to attack or not. I feel like it's a beautiful dragon. Is it? Actually, could I ask them? Go for it.
Okay, I'm going to go in there in a gentle, druidy kind of way with my epic shape-shifting. So I will transform myself into another dragon and see if I can sound this dragon out.
So, with the epic shape-shifting, it does have a
random. It has a
randomized.
You could fail epically 50% of the time element,
so,
yes.
Why don't you roll the die, and we'll see how well it goes. Oh, actually, you get to roll this die now. You've leveled up. Oh, well, I think that's the bonus, and you can roll this. It doesn't matter. We'll just roll some die. It's fun. It's a 1, which means that the audience gets to choose. Okay, the audience, you will be choosing between a bumblebee or an ostrich. If you vote for the bumblebee, clap your hands. If you want the ostrich, bumblebee. Who wants bumblebee? All right. About ostrich? All right, thank you. And how about ostrich? Who's into the ostrich? Looks like you're a pink-haired, beautiful ostrich, beautiful plumage. All right. So you've transformed. There you go. Would you...
What, do I do something else now?
I'm going to stop my timer here. No, you can now move on to the next person. But you have a special thing you like to do as an ostrich while the next person?
Yes, distract them.
Distract them, okay. The dragon is looking at your beautiful, just kind of checking you out. She's really happy with it.
I think...
All right, Bard.
I'm going to stick with our peaceful approach and kind of go, hello, do you speak English?
Would you like to... I think you should do one of the things here.
I have a persuasion
like.
I can do if I can talk to it, I think.
Yes, charismatic persuasion. And let's see if we roll the die and see how successful you are. Would you like to? It really doesn't matter which you roll, but let's roll this now. We're grown-ups. We've progressed to a D20, even though statistically it's not really in your favor. Wow! Well done, a 20, a natural 20. Okay. What have you turned into?
I think I'm literally just going to kind of like play a very kind of calming tune and kind of sing some lyrics about like making peace, something a bit hippie, and kind of like see if it responds at all. Or
I love it. It's like give peace a chance, perhaps, is what you're playing.
Exactly.
Do you have give me 2 instruments that the audience can decide on? Since you rolled the 20,
okay. I think a violin or a banjo.
A violin or a banjo. Okay, so first one I'll say for violin, second one will be for banjo. Who wants the violin? Yeah. My daughter plays violin, so banjo players, banjo people. Yeah. You're not playing that song? Perhaps you were playing "Give Peace a Chance," right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So that's wonderful, and the dragon starts to be soothed a bit, kind of enjoying the tunes. Tank, what would you like to do?
I feel all of my abilities are just going to cause chaos. Good, do I touch? You know what? Just for fun, I'm going to do my shield spin because it sounds fun. So I'm going to get my big wooden shield and I'm going to spin it round like a giant sign, knocking down surrounding enemies. So trying to knock down this dragon and any environmental hazards. And I get to do a dance for a bonus.
Do you have? Well, let's see what kind of dance you get to do. Would you like to roll and see? It went from a 5 to a 15. That means you get to choose between two dances, and then I'll offer it to the audience to pick which dance you'll be doing.
Okay, it will be, let's see, either a moonwalk or some really bad dad dancing.
Ooh, a moonwalk or a bad dad dancing. Who chooses the moonwalk? Shall I hear some hands? Oh, man. And the bad dad dancing. Yes. Will you bless us with some bad dancing? I will dance with you. I will. Okay. Yeah. And my husband, you should also. You can do some bad. Yay! Yeah, with the shield. Well done. So you do this, and actually, even though your shield spins through them, because it is a dragon made out of forest, she just kind of she gets tickled. You're like tickling the dragon. That's funny. Nice. And the rogue.
I want to use my perception again because I want to find out if this dragon actually means any harm or if we've just been convinced that the dragon means harm.
Well done. So let's see what you roll. A 3. Well, you don't really figure out anything, although you do learn that the dragon has a child. And that's your perception. You could tell it's a mother. And out comes the baby dragon, perhaps. I don't know where she is. Willow, will you be coming out? I don't know, maybe she's still doing her makeup. Hey, here comes the baby dragon. She has emerged. She can't see. God will be guiding her. She is a miniature of the mom dragon, and they move through the lair, leaving behind a trail of vibrant plant life behind them in their wake, nurturing the growth of new flora and revitalizing the ecosystem. What would you like to do at this point? Shall we begin? I think the order was tank, or whoever wants to go first, honestly.
Oh, okay.
Yes, the druid first.
Okay, I'd like to shapeshift and join in with this strolling around and vibrant plant growth activity.
All right, so you want to shapeshift into plant or dragon? Oh, into. All right.
Baby dragon.
Let's see what happens.
Oh, is it that one? No,
it doesn't matter which you roll, actually. Yeah, successful enough. I will do it. Yes. Yeah, she would like to say something into the mic. Here you go. The fierce roar of the baby dragon. And so you have also transformed into a dragon, and now you begin playing together with the baby. Yes? On to you.
I feel like, does anybody have any suggestions? I feel like we need to do some sort of final sign of peace with the big dragon. I don't know what it could be. I feel like it's too big to hug or shake hands with.
Do we know if the dragon is trying to get somewhere? Is the baby dragon trying to get anywhere, or is it just roaming?
I think you'd have to roll for perception for that. But perhaps let's see how this plays out. You actually are doing it very different from when I played this before, so I'm excited. I'm enjoying this. This is great.
I'm going to do a tank thing. I'm going to do shield bash. I'm just going to knock something over and see what happens.
Just knock something.
Yeah, just the environment, not affecting anyone. But I'm just going to knock something down and see if an opening appears.
All right, let's see how well. Whichever dice you want to use.
Right.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Oh.
Well done. So you knock something down because it's like a little vase. The mom is tapping her foot at you. Mossfire is very impolite. Moving on to the next.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Sorry. I'm thinking I might turn to my fellow party members and go, I wonder if we should leave these things alone. They're clearly not hurting anyone, and they seem very pleasant. I might then get one of my instruments, my banjo, and kind of offer it as a gift.
Okay.
Or kind of like considering.
Let's see how
leaving.
how good you are at gift giving. Perhaps try one of those.
It's offended by my banjo gift.
You 20 again. This is weighted dice. All right, a natural gift. You give it to who? Willow or Mossfire?
I'll give it to Willow.
Willow, do you accept this gift? You do. And then the mom says, "No, you don't need to take her banjo. Here's your own banjo. Why don't you duet together?" And then you two began to duet on your banjos, dueling banjos. Who is next on this?
I'm
You're
going
becoming
to
fast friends.
try and use my perception. I know it didn't work very well last time, but we'll see. I want to find out if there's any clues to why we've been sent here told that this is evil, when clearly it's just a mum and a baby. So I want to find out what's the story behind it.
That's a good rationale. Do you have a preference of which? Yeah, there. Go for it. It's been lucky today, and also unlucky. All right, 12 is good enough. Let's say 12 is good enough, right? So what you find out, the mother says, "Thank you for perceiving. Let me show you what we have here." The encounter ends, and let me show you the treasure that you seek. And she lets you come into, they guide you deeper into the lair. They guard not treasures of gold or jewels, but a precious seed bank. Each seed is a promise of renewal and regeneration, a testament to the dragon's tireless efforts to preserve the natural world against the encroaching forces of destruction by humans. Mossfire and Willow are the guardians of life and a beacon of hope on a world teetering on the brink of ecological collapse. Thorn, Mossfire says, "Thorn has sent you here to learn. Together, go spread the world. Here is your reward. And now you receive rewards," which is, my Willow is going to give out rewards. The baby dragon will each give you rewards. These are little eyes. You are the eyes to the rest of the world. And they also glow in the dark, so enjoy them. Some extras, okay, great. So, suddenly the adventurers are ported back to the safety of the glowing embrace of electromagnetic field. Give them a hand and come and sit down. Got some fine playtivism there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You can have the paper. Enjoy, thank you so much. Yay, so yeah, that was a little taster. I hope you, got to engage a little bit of it, and I think in the future sessions I'll make them more in more detail. But remember what your class was, or remember what you chose earlier. Who were my tanks? Who are the frontline warriors again? You raise your hands. Okay, yeah, a few of you. So you are like the scientists, the charity workers in the world. The Kava Madani here, picture. He's a scientist, activist, and former Iranian politician, a true eco-warrior. Who are my rogues? So those are the diplomats, the negotiators. The Antonio Guterres, who is the Secretary General of the United Nations. Picture. All right, druids, my people. Nature's spellcaster and shapeshifter, so indigenous people, nature lifer, people like Wang Odd, who is a tribal tattoo artist in the Philippines. Also, she's 107 years old. Healers, are my healer types. Restorative magic practitioners, you are like the legal people, the wellness people. Farhana Yamin, who's a British lawyer and climate activist. She was a key architect in the Paris Climate Agreement. And finally, the bards, the charismatic performers. Where are you? The few and far between. There you go. Activists, inspirer, artists. Sir David Attenborough, yes, but also, if you don't know about the Black Forager, Alexis Nicole Nelson, I highly recommend going to her TikTok. Just a really cool person and good for foraging knowledge. So the moral of the story is that we all have a part to play. We all need to work together. We're all important in climate action in making this world a sustainable, thrivable place. I'm going to end with a quote from a poet, activist, Tony Cade Mambara. The role of the artist is to make the revolution irresistible. So, through play. So, come join me, be an artist with me, resist with me. Let's make that revolution irresistible. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
We have some extra time, it looks like, right?
Sorry?
We have some extra time, it looks like. About
Yes,
10
yeah,
minutes.
got more time.
Yeah, we could either Q&A or, and while I find out if anyone has questions, I can go to play a little video.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is just a little video, if I had time left over to show, on, do I need to press something specific to have it play? Yeah, on Alba, Wildlife Adventure. All right. Any questions from anybody? Thank you.